When I attended Mr. Rohn's weekend seminar over 30 years ago, it started on a Friday night and it finished on a Sunday afternoon. Mr. Rohn discussed leadership, he discussed philosophy, attitudes, goal setting, communication skills, a huge array of tasks on personal development. When it was all finished on the Sunday afternoon, he finished with what he called the 4 questions. And those 4 questions left such an impression on me that I still remember them to this day. And in this video, I want to share those 4 questions with you. But before I do, can I ask you a question? Do you have a huge why in your life? Is there something that makes you get up every morning? What drives you forward? What is your raison d'etre, your purpose for living, your purpose for getting up and hitting it hard every day? If you do have a huge why, I'd like to hear about it, and you can put that in the comments below. G'day and welcome. My name is Willem, and on this channel I share the wisdom and the philosophies that Mr. Jim Rohn shared with me over 30 years ago. By consistently executing and applying those philosophies in my life, I've been able to live a life on my terms. And I know that if you take those same philosophies, those same pieces of wisdom that Mr. Rohn shared with me, and you execute on those consistently, day in, day out, you too will be able to live a life on your terms. You will be the captain of your ship, the master of your own destiny. So let's dive straight into the 4 questions. And if you stay till the end, I will share with you how to download a PDF with those 4 questions that you can use as a home screen, or you can print and put on your desk in front of you, because I think it's important to keep these 4 questions right where you can see them on a regular basis. So after a weekend seminar and taking copious notes, I was quite frazzled come Sunday afternoon. But Mr. Rohn asked these 4 questions. And the first question he asked was this: why? Why work this hard? Why learn this much? Why study so hard? Why help as many people as you can help? Why earn as much as you can? Why travel and see the world as much as you can? Why is a really good question. And I think we all ask that question sometimes. Why do we need to be so self-disciplined? Why do we need to care so much? It's a great question. And that was the very first question, why? Now the second question he asked me was this, and it really is an answer to the first question, why not? Why not do everything you can? Why not help as many people as you can? Why not become everything you are capable of becoming? In nature all around us, everything strives to the max. Trees will grow as tall as they can. Cheetahs will run as fast as they can. Only human beings tend to limit their own potential, their own ability. And that's because we've been given the dignity of free choice. But that was a great second question. If the first question is why, then the second question has to be why not? I mean, you're going to be here for a certain amount of time. Why not do it all? See it all, create it all, make as much of an impact as you can make. So that was the second question. Now the third question he asked, I felt like he was asking me personally. And I'm asking you personally this third question. And the third question is this: why not you? If I can do it, you certainly can do it. You've got the brains, you've got the intellect, you've got the IT, you have everything necessary to achieve everything you want out of this life. You can make a huge impact. You can make a difference. And so that was the third question. And I thought it was a great question. And I thought, well, you know, Mr. Rohn is Mr. Rohn. I mean, the guy's almost a legend in my eyes. But he assured me, he says, if I can do it, you can do it. And we all know stories of people who have done the most amazing things coming from really, really tough circumstances. There is so much to be read in history books, in autobiographies of people who really were down for the count at some stage in their lives and came back to do the most amazing things. And so Mr. Rohn said to me, if I can do it, you can do it. And I would like to pass that on to you. If you are watching this video, I promise you, you have the ability to achieve anything you set out to be. Now, the fourth and final question that Mr. Rohn asked before he concluded the seminar was this: why not now? There's an old Chinese saying that says the best time to have planted a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. Only this last weekend, I flew to Canberra to see my mother. My sister, who lives in Canberra, looks after my mother at the moment, who's 94. She had a girlfriend who was turning 65, and so she asked me, would I mind coming up looking after my mum while she had the weekend off with her girlfriends? And I said, of course. My mother and I are sitting there watching YouTube on Saturday night, and mum loves to watch Andre Rieu. The guy's an absolute legend. If you've ever seen any of his videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. You may even have gone to one or two of his concerts. If you get the chance to do so, I would recommend you do. Anyway, he has a magnificent orchestra, and the music really is quite uplifting. And she said to me, I like watching Andre Rieu because she had been to see my father that day. My father is in dementia ward in aged care. And she says, after seeing your father, I always feel so down, and I find this really uplifting. The music that Andre Rieu performs really gets me looking happy again and more optimistic. As we were watching Andre Rieu perform, she made a comment essentially along the lines of, I wish I'd kept playing the piano, but the Japanese didn't allow it in the camp. Now, what happened is mum and dad both grew up in Dutch Indonesia, and at the end of the war, towards the end of the war, they were both interned by the Japanese for a couple of years. And mum wanted to learn the piano while she was in the camp, but the Japanese wouldn't allow it. But after she made that comment, I thought to myself, hang on, the war's been over for 78 years. You've had plenty of time since the war was over right till now to learn to play the piano. It's just that you didn't take any action. That evening, she made the comment, I wish I had danced more with your father. Only a few months ago, he asked me to dance, and because I'm so arthritic now and I can hardly move, I said no, and so he danced by himself with a pillow. I wish I had done more dancing. And again, what's to stop you? Is it important enough to you to go dancing? Is it important enough to learn how to dance? Then do it. Don't put it off. Do it today. And that's what Mr. Rohn was really asking when he said, why not now? A lot of people say, yeah, one day I'll get around to that. No, do it today. Take action today. Brian Tracy used to say that the great majority of people live on someday I'll. Someday I'll get rich. Someday I'll get healthy. Someday I'll lose some weight. Someday I will go and see the world. And they never ever get off the island. I'm asking you, as Mr. Rohn asked me on that day, do it today, do it now. Take action immediately. Now, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned a bonus, but before I share with you that bonus, could I ask you to like this video if you found these 4 questions useful, and even consider subscribing. I've made a commitment to share one of Mr. Rohn's quotes or philosophies each week for the next 2 years, and so there'll be a lot of videos coming down the line on what Mr. Rohn shared with me and how I have applied it in my life. Okay, so the bonus this video is the PDF, which actually has the 4 questions listed. You can go to the link below, download it, you can put it on the wall, you can print it, put it on your desk. It's a great reminder to have those things in front of you at all times. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I know you will enjoy a couple of the other videos I've done up till now on what Mr. Rohn shared with me. They're on a playlist right up here. I'll put those in the corner. And I know you would enjoy a couple of the other ways that I've applied Mr. Rohn's philosophy in my life. Now, why not ask those 4 questions of yourself and see what answers come up? Maybe they will have the impact on you that they had on me. If they do, I know down the road you will thank me later.